Good evening, everybody, and thanks again to Destination Newry for letting me on tonight to share some of the local news for the Camlough, Bessbrook, and Derrimore area. Well, as you know, the Armagh ladies were playing last Saturday, played against Mayo, and it was a 5-point win to Armagh. And as always, the local footballers performed absolutely brilliantly. There's Caroline O'Hanlon, got an interview after the match with TG4. And as what happened, that's Blahin. Blahin is, a fantastic player and was part of the scoreline as well on that particular day. And then Amy Mackin, Blahin's sister, yet again, another award for Amy. And that's player of the match. Absolutely brilliant. I think I said the last time, Mickey will have to build an extension onto the house for all the trophies that are coming into it. So absolutely brilliant, fantastic match for the Armagh ladies. And that brings them into the semi-final against Dublin of the All-Ireland. So, again, whenever the opportunity arises when they're playing that match, it's up to everybody to come back out, give them all your support, all the support you can. And it's just fantastic to see, locals, with such high skills, high talent, and providing such a performance, and doing the local area so proudly and so well. Absolutely well done and fair play to the girls. Okay, so then on to the Shane O'Neills. Shane O'Neills at this moment in time, in fact, as we speak, their doors are open. They're doing a Christmas food appeal. Everybody knows, what the issues are at the moment. Obviously, with COVID, with people being out of work, etc. It's much more difficult, to have that few extra quid, for Christmas. So what the Shane O'Neills are doing in conjunction with Camlough Community Association is they're appealing to people to bring food. As you can see, it's listed on the poster itself. Cereal, canned foods, tea bags, coffee, biscuits, rice, pasta, non-perishable goods. So obviously the likes of butter or milk or bread just wouldn't be acceptable because they're going to have to store it for a while. Then once they've got all they can, they will bag that. And in conjunction with Camlough Community Association, and there's quite a network of people that we have who had, during the last period of the lockdown when people were shielding and we had to give out the food parcels on behalf of the council. So that wee network will be kicked in again, and we'll bring the food parcels to people that need them. But the club is going to be open 3 nights a week. So it's open tonight, tomorrow night, and Friday night from 6:30 to 7:30. So anybody that's got any donation, please leave it down. And even though they haven't said it, but I'm sure they wouldn't turn away the likes of toiletries, maybe toys, selection boxes, stuff like that as well. They will always find a good place for them. And of course, when you're calling, will you just remember, the COVID restrictions still apply. So please wear a face mask, and just, be careful when you're going in, because a couple of the volunteers will be there. They will take the stuff off you, but, keep your distance and all of that. But a fantastic, appeal. It's really, really a worthy appeal. Everybody and anybody have found the time where you can do with a bit of help from your friends. And so this is the right time of the year, for people just to pull in together and, make that happen. And no doubt it will, be a massive benefit to many families. So fair play to Shane's and Camlough Community Association, and fair play to everybody that will be donating to that appeal. Okay, I'd like to then go on to Camlough Rovers. And unfortunately, I don't have any photographs for this, but they're doing, it's a club challenge, and it's called the Rainbow Flick Wheelie Bin Challenge. And I'm not too sure exactly how it works. There is a video of it up on the Camlough Rovers Facebook page, but it's the young people anyway. And if they do this, send in their video. I think it has to be sent in by the 1st of December. And there's the young lad doing it there. So if you can take a wee look at that, I'll give you a bit of an idea what it is. And if it's sent in anyway by the 1st, that puts you in the draw, and there is a football as a prize. So it's not just for the players, it also is possible for the coaches and for the parents to become involved in this as well. So it's a great wee challenge. Good thing for the club as well. That they're staying active, getting the young people soon to do a bit of activity. And fair play. So with a bit of luck, somebody's going to win that football. So all you have to do is get out there, put your skills to good use, make sure if somebody records it, and then send it into the club before the 1st of December. The other is Zoe Fern. This is one of my neighbours from down the road. Fantastic young girl from Camlough. I think she just turned 18 there quite recently. And she is now head girl of Rathore School in Uri. So absolutely brilliant. There's Zoe with Bootsy the father, very proud father, and another ambassador for the village. So absolutely brilliant, and well done, Zoe, for that particular appointment. And also, I'd like to say congratulations to Sharon McNally Tiffy. She won a T-shirt this week, and I think there'll be a photograph coming up soon. I know it was sponsored by Shorts Bureau de Change in Crossmaglen. There's one of the lads, himself, and fair play, Sharon. She won it, and I think I saw a photograph there recently with the daughter with it on. So again, it's gone to a good home. So again, thanks very much to Shorts for doing that for the sponsorship, and fair play to you, Sharon, for entering that particular raffle. Just a wee bit of news on the Christmas lights. As you know, in Camlough, every year we will run the events for the Santa, or Santy, as we call it around here. And it's always, around the first 2 weeks of December. Unfortunately, this year, again, down to the COVID restrictions, we can't have the same event. Normally, you will have Santa Claus coming in on the sleigh into the village. They do the countdown for the lights to go on. The choir comes down from St. Malachy School. All the kids from the local estates and local houses are all down with their parents. We have a number of young people dressed up as elves. We have the local Santa Claus arriving on the sleigh, and they give out all the selection boxes. It's always a great event, and usually we're fairly lucky that we're not rained out. And as you can see, there's a photograph from last year. It was fairly mild and it was lovely. Unfortunately, this year, it's just not going to happen like that. We are going to make sure that the village is well lit up. A Christmas tree, it'll be a cut tree, is arriving into the village, hopefully within a week or two. We are actually going down tonight, myself and one of the other guys from the Community Association, just to ensure that the tree lights, on the trees on either side of the street, are functioning and working. So we'll test that tonight. And then we're picking the dates of the 11th of December. So that's a Friday, the 11th of December, and we will switch them on. Unfortunately, there won't be the usual razzmatazz around all of this, but at least the village will be lit up, and hopefully it'll begin to look a lot like Christmas once we've done that. Okay, and this is to do with the centenary. As people would know, this is the decade of centenaries, with all that happened, with Ireland in absolute turmoil 100 years ago. Obviously, you had the 1916 Rising, which took place primarily in Dublin. And then after that, you had what some people call the War of Independence, or others call it the Tan War. And that's, commenced really sharply in January 2019. Anyhow, the event that we are talking about, this has been organised by the GAA itself. The president of the GAA, you can see him just in the photograph. And this is to commemorate Bloody Sunday in Dublin. If you can remember, there was a football match on in Croke Park, and the Black and Tans came into the football field, onto the football field itself, and opened up on the crowd. There was 14 people were killed. One was a footballer, Hogan. There was men, women, and children, unfortunately, were killed that particular day. And it's just left a serious mark on people's minds and in Irish history. And it will be 100 years on the 21st of November. So that is to be marked. At least the GAA president is asking for people to light a candle just as it's getting dark. Put it in your window, just in memory of those people. Unfortunately, the event, I know there'll be a wreath laying ceremony in Croke Park, but the event that they wanted, that they thought would be really a fitting tribute, to those people who went to the football match that day and simply did not come home. Unfortunately, that can't happen because of, again, the restrictions. But at the very least, if you're inclined, that is, and I know I'll definitely be doing it, is light a candle and put it in your window in memory of the 14 people that died that particular day. It's incredible that the next Bloody Sunday, which was in Derry. And again, it was 14 people. 13 people died on the particular day, and then a 14th died of his wounds shortly after. So another unfortunate event in the history of our country. But anyhow, it's something that is worth commemorating and remembering. So, leaving all of that aside, something a wee bit more happier, we have got the birthdays coming up. So, the first birthday I have, and that's Gemma O'Connor, Gemma from Bessbrook, and it's her birthday tomorrow. I have then Dan Madden, and it's Dan Madden's birthday on Friday. Dan, if any is ever have been drinking down in Doyle's in recent years, Dan's the guy on the left, and he had to work behind the bar down in Doyle's. There you can see Liz Madden and Dan's brother. They're with him as well. And then the last birthday I have for tonight is Pat McDonald. That's Pat's on the right. So it's her birthday on Saturday. Not too sure what age Pat is, but that's Pat with the husband and her granddaughter. That's Nora. And so happy birthday to Pat, and no doubt you'll have a good day. And that's it really for this week, Cathal. So, once again, thanks to everybody. Just back to the one issue, and that is the food parcels. If anybody, has got anybody in mind that think, would benefit, from a parcel, please contact me privately, and I would certainly add them to the list. But thanks once again, Cal, for this opportunity, and hope to see everybody next week. And all I can say is slán go fóill agus i Hawaii.